I'm just going to go and make sure that they all run into their house, because it's like their first day out and it's starting to rain. So I'm out here checking that they're going to go in their house and they don't stand out here and get wet. Make sure the little dummies go inside, otherwise they'll get wet and cold, and we don't want that. Hurry up, go inside everybody, hurry up. Because they haven't seen rain yet. Go inside, hurry up. So I'm chicken herding them all in. And this is an important part of looking after chickens, is just making sure, because they haven't got a mother, so you have to be it. Go on, in you go. And see how I've got their feed here under cover, so if it does rain, which it does in Northland New Zealand a lot. Okay, good. So they're liking it in their little hothouse. Yep, little makeshift plastic house that I've made for them. So it still gets a little bit windy, and this cuts the wind down. So that's 55 chickens there. So if you think having chickens as a backyard business sounds like a fun thing to do, it certainly is, but it is a lot of work. So it's important to get your chickens onto the grass as soon as possible. There's less likely to be diseases. They build up natural immunity. Of course, it all depends on your climate. Here in Northland, this is perfect weather for chickens. And if they do get cold, they can run inside their little hothouse down here with their little feeders. So if it rains or if they get cold, they can run in there and have a little recharge. So heaps of water at the moment. These guys just drink and drink, and also access to that direct sunlight. And you've got to be able to listen to chickens as well. You can hear one when it's not happy. And you know, I sort out a few 2 or 3 days old. You can tell there's 1 or 2 that haven't hatched out properly, and they're maybe just a little bit, they kind of peep sadly, if you know what I mean. Oh, those are horrible to listen to, so you can just dispose of them very early. And I know that sounds, you know, terrible, but it's farming, and if you're not cut out to be a farmer and you cannot cull your weaker stock, then maybe you should think about doing something else, because it's just common sense and it's the way of nature. If you left that chicken in nature, it would die. So that's a real lesson to learn when it comes to farming, because you may not have been around that natural culling process before, and it is part of nature. So, you know, chickens are cool, man. I am totally chicken crazy. I think they're, I've had a brilliant season too. It's just been lovely. And this little setup with the little hothouse is, you know, after years of experimenting. I've just got a couple of pigtail standards there holding it up. That's just brilliant. I've got some pretty cool designs that I've sorted out over the years. Just love to see my chickens happy and healthy. So, you know, I'm totally dedicated on lots of levels to producing the healthiest stock I can. And it's very rewarding when you see chickens that are as healthy as this. Just you're trying to replicate nature as much as possible. Excuse me, my darlings. You don't want to give them a fright, so you just come in here nice and quietly. Excuse me. And you know, these are young pullets that I'm rearing, and look at them all. They're fabulous, really healthy, and just as natural as can be, scratching around. Yeah, those are your babies, you two. I'm looking at their babies. I wonder if they know. How wonderful it is to have these little creatures, so beautiful, all cleaning up the drains, cleaning out all the spiders, clearing the way. They're neat little cleaner-uppers, look at them. and all the little bugs. But they're doing their thing as nature intended. If you want them to lay lots of eggs, you've got to give them the best start that you possibly can. And that includes exercise, sunshine, and lots of bugs and natural mind-occupying activities, because you can see how busy they are. And I'm keeping him. He's my new sizzle boy. Isn't he lovely? Valentino, I've called him.